How can you build your business brand? Well, I have a couple of tips for you. If you want to build your business brand, let's start by understanding what's a brand. Your business is your corporation, is your company, is actually something that is your organization, is the legal structure of what's going to be your company. Your brand is the image of all of that business. So it's the representation of your business and your company. Big businesses have big brands. I don't know if you notice, some of the biggest names out there have a really good brand as a name, and then the corporation and the business behind it has a different name. Why? Because they actually create a brand for each segment or each target market. So if you want to build a brand for your business, the first thing you could do, you can go to the description box, and I have a link there that links to semrush.com, and you can find different keywords and you can search for domains, and maybe with that content it will give you some inspiration that you can use to find the right name for your brand. Now, you might have a name for your corporation or LLC. That's a legal aspect. You can easily have a DBA and then have the brand DBA as your LLC. That's a thing that's something that's a lot of entrepreneurs do. We create an LLC and then we develop different brands under that LLC or under that corporation, Inc., INC, right? Keep the consistency of the brand everywhere. So let's put it this way. You want people to recognize your face everywhere. So that's why you kind of keep the same style everywhere. You don't change your haircut every day, right? So it's the same with your brand. You want to keep your brand colors, the design of your logo, slogan if you have any, or any other elements of your brand. You want to keep the consistency everywhere. Talk to your team, talk to your department, and try to write the name in the same way everywhere you write the name of the brand. Try to keep the same colors everywhere. Don't add more colors. If your brand includes only 2 colors, then maybe you can add secondary colors, or you can have 1, 2, or 3 other colors, but try to keep the consistency of the color. Try to look for other brands. Let's say if you Google search apple.com, just go visit apple.com for a second. You will see that their main color is a black and white. They're a very minimalistic company. So talking about your design, try to keep the colors and everything related to it. Maybe you have some elements that you have some icons for your brand. Try to keep consistency. Build a brand book so you can share that PDF with your team and any of the third-party companies that you hire. Find the right positioning for your brand. This is a marketing term, but it will help you to actually start a really good mission and write good things about your brand, or at least be on the right path. Positioning in marketing is how brands describe themselves, so that the customers can see the brands in a certain way. So you not always want to be number one or say I'm the number one brand or I'm the number one service in town. You could be number 2, you could be number 3, and you will have more success by finding that empty spot on your customer's head. Basically, you have to do your research and trying to find what your competition is saying, so you can find what's unique about your brand, about your business, and then translate those unique aspects into tangible results or tangible visuals that can represent your brand and your business as well, of course. Create a brand story. Consider the following points. What are your customers' real needs? You need to really dig down and try to find your customer's real need. What are your users looking for? If you look at the description, you will find another link where you can search the keywords of how your customers are trying to find your services or your company. Simplify your message. Once you have all of these components and the mission of your company and you have your branding, you need to simplify your message. Try to be as simple as possible. Um, when users are looking online, they're not looking to read a lot. So you have to keep everything small on small sentences, and your logos, you don't need to add a lot of gradients and a lot of icons to your logos. You want to be as simple as possible. Then again, Apple.com is a perfect brand that you can follow as a minimalistic look, and you can search for other brands that are related to your industry. Once you simplify your message and you have the entire story, and what I mean by your brand story is that you can explain what's your business all about to your customers in a few single sentences. Don't just start saying that you offer every service as possible. You have to find what's unique about your business and your brand in order to communicate that to your customer base. So basically, try to find the right angle and then keep that consistency. Try to communicate that brand story in different ways. Communicate the brand story on your website, from the top of your website all the way to the bottom on the different pages. You need to have an About Us page, you need to have a mission, add your description to your Google My Business, add your description to your directories. Everywhere you can add your description with your brand story, add it. Because we need to keep the consistency through all the online channels. Also, keep the same colors, keep the same icons and the same elements everywhere your brand is. This is how you create a strong base for your brand, and this is how you start building a brand. Keep consistency, discover what's your brand all about, and know your brand story. Start distributing your brand story everywhere you can.